And of course, welcome to the most importantly, the bright young stars of St. Martin Youth Brigade. I was sitting observing this moment, and actually I was thinking that the hope should not be given up to the discipline that the youth of St. Martin is radiating while this is taking place. Further, I do believe that these are the moments of what I call in my ambition, nation building for St. Martin. Today we gather to honor and celebrate the achievements of our young leaders. It is with a great pride and joy that I stand before you on this occasion, actually the rank promotional ceremony, where we recognize the dedication, hard work, and growth of each one of you. As the Honorable Prime Minister of St. Martin, I have witnessed firsthand the potential that resides within our country. We as a country know what the youth of today are capable of. Your energy, creativity, and unwavering spirit are the bedrock upon which we will build a brighter tomorrow. Each of you embody the hopes and dreams of our St. Martin. And it's through your efforts that we see the promise of a prosperous future. The Youth Brigade is more than just an organization. It is a symbol of commitment to personal growth, community service, and especially leadership. Your journey has not been easy, but you have persevered, demonstrating resilience and a willingness to rise above the challenges of life. Today, as you receive your promotions, you stand as living proof that hard work and determination yield success. Your achievements are not just individual victories, they are victories for all of us. They inspire us to believe in the limitless possibilities that lie ahead of us. They remind us that the strength of our nation is in the hands of our youth, who are prepared to lead with integrity and with vision. As we move forward, it is our collective responsibility to support and nurture our ambitions. We must continue to invest in your education, provide opportunities for your growth, and create an environment where your talents can flourish. By doing so, we further fan the flame of your bright future, ensuring that you have every tool necessary to reach your fullest potentials. Let us remember that the journey does not end today here at this specific place. With each new rank comes greater responsibility and, of course, higher expectation. Embrace these challenges with the same commitment that brought you here today. Please lead by example, inspire your peers, and continue to be the change maker that our nation so desperately needs.
Watching you guys today, it is a very proud moment. It's not only a proud moment for you, but for me, as I came from the uniformed service. Tomorrow would make me 17 years ago that I joined the uniformed service, and watching you today as aspired officers, it just reminds me of the time when I started 17 years ago. I wish you all the best. Continue to grow within the ranks. Continue to develop yourself, even with the discipline that you get from the brigade. I'm welcoming each and every one of you to join the Armed Forces of Justice. The Justice Ministry has many different divisions, such as the police, the Coast Guard, the customs, the immigration, and we need you. We need you not only to stay in the brigade, as one of your colleagues is also a Coast Guard. So continue doing your best. Stand proud in your uniform with dignity, with pride, and most of all, in everything that you execute it with the most integrity. I would like to say thank you. Thank you for the moment as well to give these few words, and continue to grow. God bless you, and God bless St. Martin.
Yesterday, I read in the newspaper a comment where one person said it takes a village to raise a child. We all know that it takes a village to raise a child. The issue is this: are we a village? Are we doing what we are supposed to do to be able to raise these young and bright youngsters in front of us? Having said that, at times I feel that there are not enough persons volunteering. There are not enough persons mentoring our youngsters. And today, you can see, when you look at these youngsters, the amount of work that goes into their training, the fact that they shows up every training, you can say, which is 10 hours every week. Because if they don't achieve 80% attendance, they are unable to be promoted. We have great plans, great dreams, and great vision for this organization. But we need the help of the community. We need the help of government. We need the help of businesses in order to be able to continue producing youngsters. Well, he's no longer a youngster, such as Mr. Long, or Second Lieutenant Bromet, or a Second Lieutenant Carter, or a Sergeant Major Fleming, who's currently in the Netherlands and pursuing his studies as a police officer. We have success stories, but in order to reduce crime, prevent crime, we need the assistance of government, the community at large, and businesses in order to continue producing youngsters that are standing in front of us. Youngsters that we are extremely proud of. Once more, congratulations to all of them, and you make us proud.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social health insurances.
That is the short term. I discussed that, or our government discussed that as a shareholder with the management and with the board of GB, and I will come to the result of that discussion. But before that, I want to go to the mid-long solution. At this particular moment, we need in GB 3 generator units, each of 9 megawatts. That is, for example, a 9 megawatt one is, for example, the model of generator 19. Okay. The other ones are all very old too. That means that GEBE must order 3 new huge generators, each producing 9 megawatts. That is the mid-long solution that is going to carry you further, because the moment you order these generator units, each producing 9 megawatt, until you get them on the island, install them, and they are functional, it's going to take you approximately 2 years average. That is normal. They have to produce them custom-made. It has to come here. You have to install them. They are big units. It's a lot of work to get those units going, even if they're new, but it's going to take average 2 years to get a new generator unit functional and productive for the society. So we have the barge option that we discussed. We have the container generators discussed, and we have the big units discussed. That also I will give more explanation about how we're going to move forward with these 3. Next to that, if you make a decision to order the huge units, each producing 9 megawatts, you will have to do something with your old plant. You will have to reorganize, refurbish your plant as such, because you cannot order new expensive units and just put them there in the cage that we have now. So you will have to have extra financing to do something with the reorganization of your plants in the coming 2 years that you are awaiting for these 3 units, each of 9 megawatt, to reach on the island. So you will have to have financing for that one too. You will have to have financing for the generators, the small ones, that will bring up a 20 megawatt extra for the society. You will have to order the 3 new units, each, by the way, approximately $14 million. And you have to, after 2 years, once you have the balance that you want in production of energy for your community, you will always have to start thinking on long-term vision and alternative ways of energy for country St. Martin, and that is the next chapter following after stabilization of what you don't have now on energy supply for the country. That is the vision plan, both container units, the 3 big units, finance for the plant, and 5 after 2 years, next to having it like you want it to be, vision plan for alternative ways of energy, green energy for the community of St. Martin. We have realized, as I said, that actually it would be great to have the barge boat here, but it doesn't make sense to have it here only for 6 weeks, that if you order boat, the barge will be here in 6 weeks, and if you order in the same time the container will be here in 3 months. That means that you're going to cope only for a period of 6 weeks. In discussion with GEBE, we said we cannot afford the barge boat, the power boat. We will have to do something with the 6 weeks that is remaining, because we cannot make use of the barge. And that is a difficult challenge. How are we going to deal with these 6 weeks? One of them is we are looking back in unit 19, the generator unit number 19. We know that the crankshaft is the biggest problem in that unit. They are making now, at this particular moment, with external expertise, they are making an analysis and a report about 19 to see that if we take the risk to invest, to change the crankshaft, that there will be no more diseases in that unit, that although this big investment, still we're not going to get maximum productivity out of this generator 19. We are waiting for that report, and I have been informed by the management of GEB that coming Friday, that report will be on the table for a decision if it's worth it to invest 2.7 million to get that machine going in the meantime. That would be an ideal solution, because if we get engine 19 back, it's going to contribute back to approximately a 9 extra megawatt, and that will help in the total demand needed for the country, coping for the 6 weeks that we have exposed that we cannot cover because the barge boat, powerboat, is too expensive for that. Next to that, in case we have a positive surprise that we think we can handle the crankshaft, at that particular moment, GB is going to introduce a plan to ask big hotels, businesses, a way to cooperate, to disconnect if they have own power, if it's now solar or own energy generators, to see if they can help us to disconnect from the grid in a way that we will be able to manage the remaining 6 weeks extra that we cannot cover until we get the generators on the island. This is where we're standing. As I said, I gave you some prices. It's very delicate. We have now, for the financing, for example, that you asked some questions about, I cannot go in details, but we are negotiating with a few potential financiers to realize this project. The first one is GEBE itself. The financial position of GEB is as follows, that there are no outstanding debts at this particular moment. There are no significant accounts payables. There are no active overdraft facilities. And there is a respectable cash reserve, in the sense that in case we take decision for the containers, GB can assume responsibility for that one.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your My SXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah, your social health insurances.
With a local group to form a consortium, and that's why I requested this closed meeting, but okay, I'm glad to have gotten understanding for the limitation in exposure of figures, not to hamper the ongoing discussions, but we are working with a consortium on the island consisting of banks and institutional investors to see if we can get to a solution, to get a loan, to see if we can order in the meantime the 3 units, the big ones, each producing the 9 megawatt. And I have information that we are quite far in negotiations to get to a conclusion to that direction. Further, concerning another option is that I am also busy with the Binnenlandse Zaken from the Netherlands to see, because of the national crisis and threat for the safety and livelihood of the people, what for a loan can I get in this urgent phase to help me with financing of especially the purchasing of the 3 units and enough financing additionally to reorganize the plant in a way that once these units are on the island, that we can proceed with installing them for us to get to a drastic solution for our problem. So we are busy with BZK. We are busy with a consortium that is very promising, and we have GB to back us up with the initial ordering of the generator containers. We are also discussing possibilities with funds, like for example the Groeifonds, the BM Keep B funds, the SDE++ funds, and the European Bank. But these instances are especially sensitive the moment you present them with a proposal to invest in the long-term investment being alternative green energy. And there are options to open these negotiations, but our focus now is first to get these containers on the island, and then further to order the 3 big units, to have enough finance, to have the plant ready for them, and afterward, after 2 years, to have especially a vision and execution plan for alternative energy. I will go one step more and then I have to stop. There are enough goodwill, I understood, on supervisory board level of the EEB to see if it's possible for us to start ordering the containers as soon as possible. And for me, it's about in the coming week, 2 weeks, if it's for me. Realize that we are as the government, we are the shareholder reps of this construction with the GEBE. I have a function to be informed. I have a function to give advices, but decision making on technical level, execution level, you have in the construction of corporate governance, you will have to actually leave that part to the managerial board and the supervisory board of GEBE. So I did not present it initially, the solutions, but I have been working very, very, very hard to get a solution. And as you can hear now, I have presented you the solutions that we have for the GEBE, and we are unfortunately, we will not be able to go with the barge boat because of the high price tag. We will have to go with the generator containers, and from there on, ordering the 3 units, and from there on, after 2 years, focus on alternative energy. The alternative energy is not a solution for now. We are going back in time. We have lost a lot of opportunities in the past for us to do what we had to do, for us to have a good, stable energy supply for the country now. What was lost in the past on actions and investments that did not take place cannot be replaced by vision plan with alternative energy and green energy. That is not possible. You will have to go back to generators to stabilize the country first, and once you have the basic stabilized, of course, we want to further continue with the vision of alternative energy for the people of Sint Maarten. That is what I can divulge now to the members of parliament.